In Haiti, I am your host, Brother Love.
And this is Brother Jumba. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing this Sunday?
And to all my wonderful people out there that just came from church, I just want to say Happy Easter. This day signifies a lot in the Christian for our sins, um, and as you know it. So, to me, using that theory, it represents so much to us. It represents the new growth. If I'm just looking at it from that aspect, it represents the growth for the school. And how you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling blessed. Uh, the baby definitely sleeping,
Just went
so
to
we
sleep.
happy and just sitting here. Thinking about the literacy problem in Haiti, thinking
Yes.
about everything that's going on, and just feeling blessed that we can actually make a difference in this world. Start from somewhere, So my peoples, as you get on, I encourage you to hit those like buttons because I see this blessed movement
Let's go.
that we got going on, and it's definitely important. And I encourage you guys to continue to buy these T-shirts to support the movement, to support the
Yes.
STEM education that we guys and anybody that wanna help, you could I'm gonna post up the whatchamacallit. I don't have them on my phone, so in a minute we can start posting it up so people could
They know
go
the
through.
length.
Okay,
And I
okay.
want to say what this school have done, it has done for me, because it has given me hope. It give
Yeah.
us a reason to fight. It let us know that things can actually get done in Haiti. Now, if we look at things, right, it's a lot of things that don't coincide with who we are. There's a lot of problems in Haiti, and I know some of these problems plague us. We have a lot of good, but right now we focusing on how can we get the best country. What can we do to make our country better? Now, and I want to thank everybody for joining into this fight, for joining into this movement, because thus far we've been taking the steps to making Haiti better. And whenever you're trying to resolve a problem, you don't go big. You start small. You find something. And I guarantee you, these proper steps that we're taking is going to open up the doors. It's going to open up new ways to alleviate some of the problems that we have. And the biggest problems that we have, every time somebody write an article on us, they always talk about the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. They
Yeah,
always talk about the the pay margin, and they always talk about the illiteracy and
yeah.
how many Haitians face illiteracy.
And so it's up to us to start from somewhere, start helping the kids because it's a chain of poverty, literacy that's going on in the country. So we got to start from somewhere, start with the kids, so the kids could teach, pass it on to other kids. And then even if it's their kids that they learn or they teach, or some of them, by just being a part of this movement, they can help multiple kids. And from there on, we keep it going, and we change the cycle of what's going
Let's
on.
go. Special shout out to my brother Ernest Seal in the
Ernest Sale,
building.
what's up, my
Happy
brother?
Easter, my brother. Hope you had a wonderful day with your family. For everybody that's watching, hope you had a wonderful time with your family. That anything that brings family together is a beautiful thing. Now the thing is, right? I'm embarrassed to say this, but I have to say it, right? Let's just look at this. This is a cycle that goes on that we're trying to break because we have to break the cycle. A parent didn't get a chance to go to school, because their parents couldn't afford it, probably because their parents didn't go to school, or probably because they was a sick baby, right? So they grow up illiterate, and the only person they're gonna marry is another illiterate. So now they have a few kids, right? Now that illiteracy then multiply because now if you're illiterate, it's gonna be very hard for you to send your kids to school, right? So now look at the nation that's being populated. So if we want a better Haiti, we gotta target the problems. Haiti's a beautiful country, and I want everybody to see. And I feel as though we get a bad rep from what the news media portray. Because I'm in Haiti and I love it. I love Haiti. I want to retire in Haiti. I really do. But the problems that remain is there, and it's on us. We cannot wait for somebody else to come fix our problems because sometimes somebody will be like, "Here's a problem," and complain about the problem, but wait for somebody else to do something.
Yeah.
That's just nature, human nature. They wait for somebody else to do that. But it's a 1%, there's a small percentage out there that said, okay, let's do something about this problem. Let's find a way to resolve this problem. And this is exactly what, let's just do the school, right? They didn't know what was going to happen. But in the process of going through the school, learning as I go along and putting the best program that we can, I'm learning the impact that it's having to the community. You know how many people come up to us on a daily, shake our hands and just love it for the simple fact that it's free.
Yeah.
They know like, okay, these guys is, we not taking nothing away from the people. We actually finding a solution, y'all. We actually finding a solution to the problem. So, and the people congratulate us for that, and I congratulate y'all because we just boots on the ground. This is our mission,
No,
you know.
facts, facts. Somebody said to me yesterday, like, man, I was watching the YouTube channel. What you guys got going on, man? That is blessed, man. God got His eyes on y'all, man, because y'all can't fail the kids, and anything you do for the kids, I feel like you do it for me. You do it for us. I'm just so proud, man. I was like, yeah, this is the beginning, man. This is the beginning because I remember the school started like no doors, no windows, but the objective is to get something, install something in those kids' brain, read how to write, and start. And now God has blessed the mission to another level. We a long way to go, but we know that we're moving forward
That's
from
right.
that one dream we used to talk about. And they took the power in the dark, and we'll just continue with our flashlight
That's right.
on the phone. You know,
Determination. And what's so wonderful about this is when we started the school, we didn't think about nothing. We didn't even think about location. The only objective was to make sure we put these environment. Put these kids in a learning environment because that was very unnatural just to see these kids out not being able to go to school. And what country do we want? What kind of Haiti do we want? What do we want? Haiti is up to us to dictate how we want to be represented. These problems is ours. These are our problems, and we could impact the change. The power is up to us. And so far, thank y'all so much for the change that we've been able to make. When we first started the school, the whole objective was teaching the kids. I didn't care where we was at. If we was in the rocks, sitting down and teaching the kids. But God blessed us, put us with somewhere. It didn't have no windows, it didn't have no doors, but it had a roof. And for that location, I was forever grateful. And now, as we doing things and we've got y'all to entrust us because you see the agenda is being met and it's not stagnated from the same place it was at. It's continuously evolving. And that's what happened when you put the movement first, when you put the mission first. And mission is to educate and elevate. I want to make sure that Haiti get implanted a system where no child get left behind. And it goes more into just the financial part of it. I don't care if the kid have special needs, if the kid have Down syndrome, there should still be a system in place for that child. And we have to create this. We have to create this. The power lies within us. And I want to thank all my wonderful peoples that's fighting for Haiti, for a better Haiti. And we stand here on the front lines dedicated to this movement because we represent y'all. And if we fail or if we do things dishonestly, we tarnish our wonderful name, our wonderful legacy that our father left behind. The ones that, when somebody hear, what happened when somebody know you mom child or dad child? What kind of treatment you receive?
oh man, really like a prince because my dad was a good dude. Our dad, he did so much for the community. He did so much for Haiti, and people just respected him. Respected my mom. They God fearing people. So when they find out who your parents are, man, look, they grab a chair like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you such and such. I know your father did this stuff that you didn't know your parents did. As you get older, you meet these people. You start to learn, and you be like, wow, really? I ain't hear about this one. You know. So shout out to my brother Too Deep, all the people that's
Too
coming
deep,
on, what's going
my
on.
brother, what's going on,
Shout
man?
out to all the day ones,
We need a
everybody
hundred people
this
like Too Deep,
movement
man.
that kept this movement going, you know what I'm saying? Thank you to all the supporters that bought the shirts. You know what I mean? We still Got like how many shirts to go?
We just sold 19. I gotta look at it. Kings appreciate kings, my brother. You a
31.
king. You raising a king, and I love the fact that you are involved in Haiti, man. For all my peoples, let's get involved. Let's treat Haiti like it's our mother. That's the saying that I say. Let's treat Haiti like it's our mother. You know, our mother is so beautiful, long flowing jet black hair, just a wonderful beauty, right? But she's being mistreated. She's being misused by an abusive husband, by abusive life, by world. You know, she's so beautiful, but her clothes is kind of shabby. You know, but her beauty is just so radiant that it attracts nation to her. And if you look at Haiti, the biggest businesses out here in Haiti is what? International. People
Yeah.
from foreign entrants coming in Haiti. Look at all the Chinese, how much stuff they own. Look at all the Arabs, how much stuff they own. Look at the Italians, the Colombians, the Cubans, the all these different nationalities here. People see one Spanish person, they think they all Dominicans. No, 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 my brother.
There's all types of nationalities in Haiti, man. And there's a lot of places where, they have their clubs and they hang out because they know, man, Haiti is a booming place to invest your money. You know what I mean?
Quiet as kept, I think we have a lot of billionaires in Haiti like that's not being talked about. They just come to Haiti to hide. That's very possible, right? Because one of the things, when I talk to a lot of people that go deep into history, a lot of people would say America is ran by a certain group, right? Now, where's these groups? A lot of people say they hide in the mountains somewhere, right? People don't see this group. They say they hide in the mountains. What make you think somebody won't come to Haiti to hide? Pablo Escobar came out here to hide, and you see all these big homes, and then we got so many mountains that people can't even go to. You understand?
For real.
So it's like, just look at what the Clintons did. How much land did they buy in Sim Shelley?
They bought a lot of land everywhere, matter of fact. And it's places where they could just go hang out. And they won't deal. Even millionaires not allowed there. They have regular people unless you work there, But you have to be a club member to get in these places. So when you go to these places, Arabs, you see princes, you see people of high, uh,
High ranking, high
definitely
stature.
high ranking, all types of folks and people that you would never know that's in Haiti. They come in their private jets and they have, they areas.
And
I won't say secret areas, but they have they places where they mangle and nobody ever see
for
it. And
Haiti. They
right?
will never think it's Haiti. Look at all the situation that's going on in Haiti. First, they give us insecurity. You know what's the problem right now, right? They give us a lot of things was thrown at us to destroy us, and we so resilient that we fought against everything. We still standing, we still fighting. Now, one of the biggest that's destroying us right now is the insecurity. They put a lot of insecurity, put a lot of different agendas, turn people against each other. So now, the biggest threat to us as Haitians is we don't trust one another. We scare one another. You might think this person is a bunsy. They get you to, it's like the Willie Lynch syndrome. They get you to, but out of fear. So big shout out to my brother Too Deep, man. Good work. Yes, beautiful mother Haiti.
Beautiful
That's
man.
right.
That's
Word
the
at
same as my mom.
billionaires, yup, out mountains. And Chrétien Katrade or Katre. Chrétien Katre. Good work, brothers. Thank you so much. And I want everybody continue supporting this movement as long as we have y'all support. And just know, for everybody, if this resonate with you, if it move your spirit, let's take action. And I understand your financial situation may be different, but in a battle, in a war, in a movement, everybody have a different part to play. You know what you could do? You could share. You could press the like button. You could watch the commercials. You could do whatever you want to do. You could just keep watching. But one thing I want you to know, we're going to continue growing. We're not staying stagnant. We're gonna do the job. That's up the link. I want everybody to go get a t-shirt, y'all, so we can start to read it. And I ask a lot from y'all. And I gotta find a way to bring in revenue in the schools so the schools could be self-sufficient. And we starting off with this laboratory, selling these t-shirts. It's very important that We sell 50 t-shirts. Selling 50 t-shirts will definitely boost our confidence up, you know, and and hiccups, but support heading your way. Man,
Yes, even.
we gonna take it to the next level. What you wanna see, you got a chance to implement this. Somebody just implemented a whole STEM lab. And in order for that to happen, we have to want it. We have to speak it into existence. You know what we need next?
What we need next.
We need to find a way, right? To just mix it up. Because you know we got summertime, we have everything. We gotta find a way. Not in the school season. Start adding trades into it, right? Start adding trades into it and finding a way that as these kids leaving out of our school, we part of their life and we making sure that they could go online and get a degree, associate degree, a bachelor's degree, and they could work from home. I want all these children to be employed when we're done, because this is our fight. You know, you can teach them something, but you got to make sure that you teach them something that's going to provide for their family, because that will decrease the violence. Because you give them more people opportunity that these kids didn't have, and it's the opportunity we created for them here. So if you watching this, you should be more proud of yourself than I should be proud of me. Because your commitment, your determination helped made this possible. And that's not a small feat, because we just sparked up a small fire that's about to grow into.
For as far as let it spread out, you know. Well, one thing I used to say was this comedian. He was my friend. He was like, man, he got on the stage. Okay, we was like at a club, a place where musicians hang out. So but he was a comedian, so he was the host of the show. You know what I mean? And when he came on to host the show, his first joke was like, hey, you guys, you know what? I know why Haiti's so dirty. I know why there's so much trash in the streets of Port-au-Prince. And of course, I was like, why? He said, man, because the trash bins are the most expensive things in Haiti. That's that big old truck. He said the most expensive thing in Haiti. Now I start cracking up, ain't nobody laughing because they don't get it. But he had bought a trash bins to put like on the corners and in the streets. But they were so expensive, by the time he bought like 30, he almost ain't had no more money. That's how expensive it was. So when he joked like that, I was the only one that laughed because I understood him. You know what I mean? So we got to be the ones to start cleaning up Haiti. Start cleaning the mentality. Start giving them trades. Start giving them a chance. Man, you're about to free, so tomorrow they would not suffer like the kids say in the school, you know.
Nous-mêmes qui ti moun jodia, c'est nous-mêmes qui boit le grand monde demain. Nous voulons si chance dans cette ya, pour nous capables demain. Nous voulons si chance, demain pas qu'un souffrance. And I've been singing that song all day, y'all. It's just been on my mind. See how much they touch me?
We shall prevail, and that's the best way to do is to start with the kids. At least give them something and have them, give them a fishing rod. Have them ready to just, be sufficient and be able to help their country, because Haiti needs help a lot, especially not from just foreigners, not from just the diaspora, but the locals have to put in their work too.
And you know what's so crazy? Like, you'll be surprised how many people ready for this change. You'll be surprised how many people here on the ground in Haiti who are willing to give a helping hand, because this is what they've been dreaming of. This is what's been needed. Do you understand we started a free school in the community? Do you understand what type of representative that represent for them? What type of hope that's sparking them? We started a free school. Kid don't pay $1. That's a dream come true for a lot of parents. So now the society want more of this. They want more of this, because that'll definitely help you out. And I understand the importance of public school education. We being left behind. So we cannot wait for a big NGO to come out here and do this. We cannot wait for Red Cross to come out here to do it. We cannot wait for none of these big organizations to come out here to do it. You know why? Because we watch history repeat itself time and time and time after. All these big organizations that come, it's like no rules to nobody get held accountable for
Yeah.
embezzling billions or hundreds of millions of dollars from exploiting the Haitian people. Nobody get held accountable. You know who's not going to do that? Somebody that's passionate, somebody that love Haiti, somebody that know what it means to be Haitian. When you say, yo, Haitian, when yeah, I'm Haitian, say it with proud, and you just want to represent all the good stuff about it. So when I came to Haiti, from the stuff that I heard about Haiti, I used to be scared. I was very scared of Haiti. Then I came to Haiti, and I'm like, wow, this. They never told me nothing about this. I just thought it was mayhem and foolish as me. This is why now we're showing you the actuality of the reality. The actuality of the reality. If we get the same like-minded people to think on one accord, then it's going to be great. See, I'm going to tell you this. I'm sorry. I don't mean
Go ahead,
to
go
talk too
ahead.
much. I have six siblings. Six siblings. I have four brothers and two sisters, right? And I love them all equally. I love them all. And I talk to them as much as I can. And you know what I told them? We need to come together. We need to stick together because we are stronger when we stick together. Because I feel I'm stronger with my brother. Stronger with my brother. So imagine if I have my other two brothers, three brothers, standing amongst that and my two sisters. That makes me even at my fullest potential. This is what we need, my peoples. This is what we need. When we come together, hanggang kinfosiga bat noon.
Yeah, I was trying to put the baby to sleep, almost went to sleep myself. But like he's saying, man, didn't get Corey Lord. We could get so much accomplished because the mission right here, this is not a simple mission. This is a mission that other people tried, but not this way, but not this format. The only thing is, failure is not an option. Because when you look at those children every day, all right, when you look at those kids every day, you just got to really think, and you really got to get everything under control so tomorrow they won't suffer, man. Shout out to my brother Randy Ricks. What's going on, my brother? To
Okay.
all the peoples that was on the cryptocurrency give out,
Yes, 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 yes. And we funded some more wallets too. So degrees are good, but not mandatory. Trades, innovation, and networking, it is it. Field trips to businesses to open their eyes, most certainly. And we
Important.
gotta, we're trying to get the school established right now, get it up and running. But I want to take more field trips with these children, man. One day I dream about having a school bus, so we don't have to pay all that big fee to take school.
Right.
That way we could, for the kids that live far, we just gotta put this in place. Isn't any school bus? Do the school bus system exist in Haiti?
They have a school bus system, but it's just by the palace, and it goes to some lycees. But let's say it's like I only seen like, oh, they pay a fee. It ain't free. They pay a fee. It's not free. It's
Haiti, man.
limited. It's limited. It only go around a couple of corners. It don't go to Portail. It don't go to all of that. So it goes from Chanmas to Lycée Jean-Jacques.
We have
Lycée
to be
Pichon.
innovating.
Or.
We have to be innovating. For everything we lack is an opportunity in place. We know what it is to live comfortably or to live a good life, right? We know what it is to make things less of a struggle for the everyday of life. Let's implement those things back home because we can, and we will. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, this is my life mission. This is my life mission. This is my legacy leaving behind, and my legacy cannot be bought. My legacy cannot be compromised. This is for real. We do this for real. Look how many things, like so many, like we went through a lot of obstacles. Some days we didn't even know we was going to be able to feed children. Some days we didn't even know if we was going to be able to keep our school doors open because we couldn't pay the professors. But some way, somehow, the Creator always provided. And the reason He provided is because we do things the right way. We do things the right way. And I feel as though that's how you have a blessed movement, because we're not here for here and then we gone. This is something we're trying to
Yeah,
cement. This
this
is
is
something
it.
that one day that, you know, um, that that we
And
want to create.
and this is the legacy. This is
We
the
want to
legacy.
create this. We want to create ways for funds to be out systems, and that need to be a norm because all these other islands they have that in place. We need that in place, So Haiti, same here. We stand together supporting the mission. Thank you so much for my wonderful people that's watching. Please press the like button. And I'm having a little problem with my voice. I don't know what's going on. But it's been super raining, and I have to go outside sometimes. So it seemed like every time I'm saying something, my voice is just shut me a little bit. But we back.
Yeah, man, it's definitely rainy season in Haiti. It's been raining every day, everywhere. This is rainy season, and the country need rain. We need more trees. So even with the school, you guys, we got to do field trips where every kid get a tree, get a plant, something. You go up a mountain or you go somewhere, you find your area, and then you plant. And from
That
time
May
to
18th,
time you
right?
check it. Yeah, well, all the schools in Haiti do it May 18th, but
May 18th, y'all.
I think we should do it. I think we should do it more. We could do it too. We could do it. We could go planting trees every month, every 2 months. We find a way to make it in a budget or less expensive because it's not about going to the mountains. We could plant a couple of trees at the school. We could plant a couple of trees at the garden. Plant trees everywhere. And just have that in a mentality. Like, look, you here, plant trees,
Prepare
plant
the shade
trees.
for the next generation.
So if every child know to be planting trees, guess what? The cycle gonna continue. The kids after them gonna know to
Show them
plant
the
trees because
importance.
we had so much trees in Haiti.
And my brother Too Deep said, bro, you're the right ones. I'm a solid cat. We continue to be impressed and amazed at how y'all handle the pressure. Thank you so much. And I thank you so much because I know you a serious person, man. You a real dude. Can't nobody go to you with any nonsense about Haiti's future because you see it head on. You deal with that. So the haters can't even you with that because we do this for real and and I'm so glad that you chose to be part of this movement because you a real
Yes.
brother, my brother. Like what I mean by that, he had people pull up on me in Haiti to assist me in certain matters. This brother's tied in, wonderful brother, man. And man, you represent a bright light for us all, man, because to see our men get behind of us, to support this, and you don't necessarily have to be here physically to impact change in your country, and you are impacting that change, my brother. And people like you inspire me. When I feel weak, when I be like, I just know that extra strength I'm gonna pull up because I know I can't let my peoples down. People have faith in me. People put me in a position where, I have to be accountable. I'm responsible. So with even after a week, I get up. I just had back pain the other day, right? I know that's not a good story to tell, right? I'm talking about some of the worst pain I ever had in my life, right? I had to get up, and I know that's not what y'all want from me, right? But I had to get up. I took some pills, right? And went to work. I remember one time, right? I know this is not what y'all want to hear, but I just want to show y'all I'm locked and loaded to getting the mission done. Like there's nothing stopping in my way to get the mission done. I remember one time we was driving on a motorcycle, and I had to go buy some food for the kids. I had to go pick up some money to go buy some food for the kids, and I got into an accident on a motorcycle, and head first, I just hope I don't have no brain damage because of that. Head first, and my head was bleeding and everything, right? But then once I see my face was all right, no teeth was knocked out, and I had all my limbs, even though I was bleeding, face lumped up. I gotta go finish the mission. I had to go finish the mission. I
Get
finished the
up and
mission
dust yourself off,
for
huh?
real. Blood everywhere. When I went in the bank, right? Everybody was just looking at me like, I'm like, and I was just thinking, man, I was angry I got into an accident because it wasn't my fault. It was the other driver's fault. And I was a passenger on a motorcycle by a taxi. But everybody was just looking at me. But once I'm locked and loaded on something, it's hard to get me off. The mission has to be done. So much point that my friends back in the day used to Like Joe gonna be talking about, yo, he's a robot. He's a machine.
Yeah, you gotta program yourself to do good, and you want success in anything. You have to program yourself. You have to be motivated, and you have to be passionate. You know, and when it comes down to these kids, man, my brother's so passionate. I see how he works, especially since I've been gone. Uh, while I'm here, my face, I'm just watching it. You know what I mean? And this movement right here, like this YouTube channel, could have did so many other things, but this just came out the blue because we had so many different plans, you know, but this is something that was well needed, and we definitely need more people on board to make the load lighter, you know what I
Man,
mean?
some,
Shai Palu.
man, some.
Shai Palu.
That's right. That's right. He said, "What is the system in Haiti?" Elaborate. Well, the school system in Haiti is it's public schools, right?
Yeah, but you gotta pay.
You gotta pay for the public school, and then for any form of what do you call that? Violation, they charge you a fee. So if a kid come late to school, charge you a fee. If the kid come the shoes dirty, they charge you a fee. It's just a fee for everything to the point where
And
people
if
tell you it's not. It's not.
if that school fee, if that tuition money is late, they sending your kids back. They don't care if it's testing day. Like,
Matter of fact, I just the little kid Christopher, I put him in school, and he went to the free school, the lycée up there.
okay, Lisa is not
It's
free, but it's cheap.
or the lycée not free.
No, the Lisa is not
I
free.
know it wasn't free for me because they want, they gave me a list. You got to do you got to do two different tuitions, two enrollment, one to enroll and one for something else, and then they give you all the list of the books you have to pay,
Yeah, books, uniform, and then you're paying monthly.
uniforms, yeah,
And then you're
and
paying
monthly,
monthly.
and so that's the system, you know. Um, so where's any free schools at around here in this area?
There's no free schools in this area. If there's a free school, probably somewhere in the province that an organization are trying to do, but you still have to pay at least 500 goods every month. That's what they expect for the parents. The parents that the oh, the baby.
I agree. So they said, are they capitalism system? Yes, it's definitely a capitalism system, but we need to put a system in place in order to capitalize. It's a capitalism system, but it's don't really give you no support or push you or fund you to do certain things. So you must be self-efficient, or you just gotta know the rules or know the ropes. And I'm starting to learn more things as I get acquainted, and I'm coming to rub shoulders with different people. I'm starting to get acquainted to different ways, and the whole objective is to be able to learn and share, you know, with my peoples, because it's going to come a time where you want to get some stuff done in Haiti, and you know what, brother Love is in Haiti. He's doing wonderful work in Haiti. He's doing social work. He's helping the kids out, and he's a respected member in his community. Let me call Brother Love. Maybe Brother Love can assist me in some of these matters, you know, in some of these matters, and I will be there. So the more I learn, the more I be able to share. And Too Deep said they were free schools programs, but I have to ask my peoples about them. Yes, it was definitely free school, free programs. Right now, if somebody send a Western Union or a MoneyGram transfer to Haiti, they actually take $1.50 out every transfer to go into so-called public school. But I haven't been able to see that. And like some of my teachers, because I asked my teachers and I asked anybody in the community, have they ever seen any public school education in Haiti? And the answer they always tell me, it's supposed to be free, but you have to pay a little something, not a lot, but you have to pay a little something. They make you pay a fee, you know. So by the end of the year, you're going to end up paying the same price that you was paying for regular school. So a lot of kids cannot afford to go to the so-called public school in Haiti, and I feel as though it's not fair because it's hard, man. And my thing is, right, I'm gonna talk about the reality. I don't want to talk about this, but it's real. I have to talk about this because I got to make sure that I don't make it embarrassing for my people. But we attacking the truth. We speaking about the truth because we finding solutions, and this is what we're gonna change. This is what we fighting for, right? You have to understand this. I'm gonna say it again. It's a generation of people that grew up that didn't get a chance to go to school, right? They could have been sick, or they could have been child slaves, or they could have, just didn't have the money to go to school. So now, what that one person do is end up multiplying about 4 kids, 5 kids, because they lack the education, right? And then these 5 kids grow up, probably one of them might be able to get an education, right? And now that number then multiply. So imagine if we don't do something now. Imagine if we don't fight now. How would Haiti look like in the year 2050? Like, are we going to be swarmed by the negativity of our country, which is illiteracy and hunger? Or are we going to stand up and fight and make sure that we put a system in place for these kids, the ones that was forgotten about, the ones that didn't have a chance to learn something and be able to bring back for their family? Because what that definitely bring down the crime rate. Because now the ones that have to go rob, steal, kill, or prostitution or whatever, now they don't have to do that no more. So now that number that probably was at 70% will drop down, because now we are attacking the issue. Not so many people will have to resort to those means, which is very, very important. This is why attacking the problem at the educational level is attacking it at the root, because you do so much when you give a child an education, when you give a child a chance, when you give them something that they could be a part of, something that's going to nurture them, and something that's going to help guide them, because we have the right people on board to be there for them, to be their mentor, to be their counselor, So, you know how many children come to the school and tell us about their problems at home? I remember I had to go home. I had to go to a child house before, because he was in a very unstable environment, and they brought that to us, and we had to go there and fix it. And I just want to say the child is doing okay. We got him out of a hostile environment, So we represent a helping hand to these children. They can express themselves. We care for them. We just want the best for them. So, okay, Too Deep said, private programs by the citizens before, by my people's family, private program by citizens. That's right. That's right. And there's a lot of wonderful people. I want to salute all the heroes of Haiti that haven't been recognized, by the world. But it's a lot of heroes, a lot of people that's been fighting on the ground before I was even born. It's a lot of people. Do you know how many people that's a part of? Okay, they came from Haiti, they got situated, and now they help thousands of immigrants into the country, get settled, get housing and stuff like that. There's a lot of heroes out there, y'all. It's a lot of heroes. And now what's happening right now is those heroes, those different generations is connecting with my generation, and my generation is connecting with the younger generation, and it's all one force. And that force comes from our ancestors. That force comes from the strength that didn't die. The strength that didn't die. In the memory of Capo. I don't know if I said his name wrong, but freedom fighters who stood up for what's right or wrong. But this time we're not waving no sticks, we're not waving no guns, we're not waving no swords. We just waving books, education, and we waving a opportunity, a better chance. We giving something back to our country. This is our way of giving back to our country, because nobody gonna do it right if we don't do it ourselves. Pa nu, poo nu. Poo nu, pa nu. Who's gonna... You know how many things they blame the Haitians for, man? They don't like us. You think they really gonna help us? If they wanted to help us, they would have been helped us. They would have been helped us if they really want to help us. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the propaganda. You think Like I just sit here, I think about all the issues in Haiti, and I just think about the way to resolve them, and they just like this. It's just like this. It could be resolved just like this. Ukraine just got $800 million to protect democracy, right? $800 million to protect their democracy, to fight against Russia. So aren't we a nation of democracy? Where's our help? Okay, Chrétien said, who is the mayor, government in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, to fix those problems? Are they sitting in their hands, watching people starving? Well, the system is definitely complicated because what it do is we're so far separated that one man basically can't make the decision. You have to go through a channel of a lot of people to get a lot of things done, and that's a lot of things that stagnate us. Those rules and those laws was written and by President Roosevelt.
And it's crazy. It's crazy, yeah, you guys. You know I'm on daddy duty. Had to put the baby back to sleep. It's crazy, man, because what the mayor should be doing, other people doing, the senators, deputies. It's just so much people's even delegates. Like, for example, roads, you know. But the the deals that go down in Haiti, it's like it goes down with the wrong people, different senators. Like these people supposed to be in the office just to be voting laws. Nah, they out in the streets. They out doing so many things. It's crazy.
I don't see. I want to stay away from the politics too much. I don't want to get too much politics because politics separate people. And I don't want no form of separation. I want a unity. I want to know. I'm looking for my good people, only my good-hearted people. So let's say, Sudeep said, education is important, but almost all the work we used to have for those parents were removed. Outsiders came. U.S. rights, for example. They need expensive degrees to live and support your family, most certainly. And what you have to say about that?
Well, that's the truth, you know. Even factories we had is gone, but we had like our agriculture. That was our biggest pride and joy. That was like our biggest breadwinner right there, you know. But when you don't give the people fertilizers, you don't give them access to water, so they can't sell. What they gonna do? Leave that and come to Port-au-Prince and eat imported goods, and which is really
Cheaper.
destroying
Yeah,
the
that's what
economy. You know,
destroyed us a
we
lot,
have good
bro.
land. We definitely like. We do have country rice. We have rice in Latibo. We have rice in Sodo. We have rice in Okap. We have rice down south. We even have rice in Jackman. You know what I mean? But that rice right there, like, it's missing manpower. You know what I mean? And the other rice sells for definitely like a whole bunch. Like it's 50% is cheaper. You know, and if you in a country full of poverty, people are always gonna try to get a bang for their bucks. They actually looking for a reasonable price where they can buy more. Actually, you know, but we have land in Haiti that grow everything. It's specific spots. It's spots that do nothing, that do good vegetables, as far as, as far as green onions, green peppers, lettuce, tomatoes. It's places, and it's places that make great potatoes. It's places that just specialize in coffee. It's places that have a lot of breadfruit, like Jeremy. Jeremy has the most breadfruit, and breadfruit is important, man.
Yeah. My main objective is I just want the kids to have many options that they could do. My thing is, what I really want to focus on, I'm not going to lie to you, I want to, because, we know the propaganda that's going on, that a lot of jobs leaving out of Haiti and stuff like that. I know that. So what I want to do, I want to equip them with the skills to just work from home, from their laptop, work anywhere in the world, just from home. That's what I want to do. So I want them to learn about computers, the in and outs of computers. I want them to know, about this stuff, and I want them to even apply for a job in the United States because they can. They can. I want them to do freelance work. Look at Africa. Just look at Africa. Look at Nigeria, Ghana, how it started booming. From these guys. This is what they was learning. They put their work on Fiverr. Look what Fiverr did for them. And Indeed. I don't know. Indeed, I don't know if that's the other one, but it's a lot going on, and once you have that knowledge and you know how to use your computer, I think you have a big option. And then we also doing the garden, agriculture. We're gonna teach them about our history. We're gonna teach them the importance of respecting the trees and stuff like that. And planting. So they're gonna be well versed to the point where they're gonna have options. But one of the things is they have to respect the land. The land is the dirt. The land is the soil. The land is Mother Nature. The land is what feeds you. The land is what can feed you for the rest of your life. So respect the land. Don't throw your trash right here. No need to litter. You gotta respect the land. Like you gotta respect Haiti like it's your mother. For real.
Because when you go to another country, you go anywhere, even in Haiti, you go to a place and you see it super clean, your conscience is gonna kick in like, nah, I can't throw it here. These people clean up over here. Like, Port-au-Prince is beautiful. And there's a couple of spots in Port-au-Prince where they pile up all the trash at. But there's places in
Port-au-Prince is
Port-au-Prince you'll
beautiful.
come to, you'll get to, like, this is Port-au-Prince? Wow.
Port-au-Prince is beautiful.
It's places like we did a video in Tijo, the Babylon area. That place is beautiful, man. I call that place Beverly Hills. There's some beautiful streets, beautiful homes, and it's quiet, and it's so it has so much trees. So when you see mango trees and all that, you actually see tropical birds, man.
For real.
You see big
We see we see tropical birds over there. And you know what's so crazy, right? I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. Now the spot that he talking about, Beverly Hills, right? We go there, and I just seen this regular house. It looked like a one-story house, right? It had a gate in it. It had some wonderful cars in it, right? But you know how the hill, you can see their houses.
Yeah.
This one is like you can't see their houses. You just see the top, right? Bro, I end up going in that house one day with one of our cousins, right? Because, pastor and stuff like that.
Okay.
So brought me in there, and I was talking to the guy. The guy who owned the house is an architect.
Okay.
And, you know, he's back and forth from the United States, Canada, and Haiti.
Okay,
Architect.
what house you talking
Yeah,
about?
and they tied in a lot of political stuff. I don't get into political stuff. I don't mind working with politicians or just talking to them, or when I say mind, or just the good ones, because not every politician is a bad person. I just did a video with a mayor from
Saying,
St. Louis DC, and that guy's a Harvard graduate. This guy, he's doing wonderful work in his community. We need more people like him. So that's but we're not politically motivated here. We just want to do the work. I went over there, bro.
you thought it was a one-story?
It could, yeah, probably so. But it ended up being a 3-story or a 4-story house. And bro, that house was so big
and beautiful, too.
so beautiful, bro. And it's like the hell. And then this dude had so much space, so much land. He had a pool down there. He had a whole pool area. It was just so beautiful,
that
but you
area.
couldn't even tell if
Yeah.
and you couldn't even tell when you rolled by there. And I was like, oh, I wanted this YouTube. I wanted to pull out my cameras and YouTube, but the people were like, this guy come in my house and he recorded. So I didn't do that, And
That's
then
kind of weird. There's only one way that you can see that house is 3 stories, is if you all the way on the other end and you looking and you see the stories. But if you passing in front of that house, you just see the big gate, you see a nice floor.
and there's a lot like that in Haiti.
Yeah.
And then you just seen all the neighbors' houses. These guys got big money.
They
You
got
just
big
like,
swimming pools there. That's just a
You
nice
like-
area where they have, it's a nice suburb.
face value won't even give you the beauty of it. You won't be able to grasp the beauty until you go inside. And that's
We gotta do a video of that area again, just to show you guys some beautiful places in Haiti that people wouldn't even believe. And this is like in Port-au-Prince. You know what I mean? This is the real Port-au-Prince. But down there, where you guys know, be something there, Monty Son, that's where all the trash go down at. That's where all the trash go down at, and we need people to pick it up. That was like my first project, is to go in the bloodshed. So every time we go down there and we clean it up, it rains again. So we got to teach the people about throwing trash out when it rains.
important. So my brother Too Deep said, nah, I can't say I want them to come to the U.S. We need to encourage them to stay home. Dudes won't get back. Too many of my peoples over here quickly forget who they are. LOL, most certainly, and that's the thing. That's the thing, because we don't want them leaving the country. We want to find a way that we could show them that they could live in Haiti. I want to show them about the laptops. The only way I want them to go to the U.S., I want them to have the ability to travel, right? Of course, but my job ain't to send them to the U.S. This is not what we're doing it for. If I'm going to send them to the U.S., only they brain, meaning they sit from home and just work on a laptop, and they working for these different companies providing their services you know, providing their services. This is how a lot of the call centers get built out here. This is how a lot of these different businesses get sent out here. Well, why we can't say the children gonna be able to make a call center, or stuff like that. So we're just because we got this problem where everybody want to leave Haiti. They think they made it once they leave Haiti. But the thing is, we got to give them a reason to stay. We got to show them that you could live in Haiti and live a good life, and make decent money because now you took yourself outside the system that was designed to pay you $1 a day, right? That was designed to keep you in poverty. That was designed to make sure you don't advance to the next level and buy a house next to the mountain of these rich people. So it's a system. They come out here, they hide, they put the face of the country as dirty or politically unstable. Meanwhile, look at these billionaires that's out here that's living,
The rich
right?
get richer, and the poor get poor, man. So with a movement like this, man, one of the important key factors, like somebody keeps saying about politics, that could be our choice. We could choose not to do politics because with politics, man, you have to be strong. Not saying that we feel like we be corrupted, but when you open up a school, um, the kids graduate, they learn whatever they want. There's a lot of kids in the school that actually want to be politicians. So instead of leaving the country, they get into power. So the kids, they learn and they get into politics. Now, when they get into politics, you take a kid that's from the hood somewhere, you take a kid that's way up in the mountains that know what poverty is and that know the importance of school and know that, it's people out there doing good, so they just influenced by the movement. Guess what? We could have a couple of people. We could have a couple of kids from the school actually be politicians, but it's their choice, it's their choice, and I'm pretty sure it might happen. But when you have that experience in life, as far as you a child, and you know your situation, you less fortunate, and you found help, people helped you. When you get to the point, you'll be able to help others. Yeah, you guys. On T-Pot meeting them in live because I burnt myself. So, yeah, just being greedy, I burnt myself, trying to taste to see if it was ready. And my metem tibai sudo mem immediately threw it in the water. But anyway, so I won't mind if like that. It'd be a good movement if we get a couple of politicians. Like we want doctors, we want architects, we want engineers, we want everything that can, and enhance the movement, enhance and change Haiti. Because one thing we know about Haiti, we have a repeated history of a movement, a change that's coming, and then somebody breaks it up. So you got to have heart, man. See, if you're not ready to suffer for Haiti, you're not ready to help Haiti. You know what I mean? And people suffer in multiple ways. You can help or you make a sacrifice for Haiti. You know what I mean? And I'm encouraging you guys, man. The Cash App is $ Haiti Future. You know what I mean? Get into the movement, and if anybody want to light the screen up, get into the movement because at the end of the month, that's a little umph on even a YouTube check. That's a little umph on the YouTube check that go and help the. You know what I mean? So, and definitely try to get you a shirt because that's for the STEM movement. That's for the STEM program. So if we could get some kids decoding, or we get we get some scientists here. We need people that's just what you call that again? The people that study the dirt or whatever, that just study the earth, archaeologists. We need all of that. We need all of them in Haiti because we have to take control of our own future, our own faith, our own future, our own destiny is in our hands. So if somebody is gonna you stuck in a hole, and somebody might have a rope, they might even have a ladder, but they go throw their hands down there and just to make it look good, and they're not really helping you because your poverty, they feast off your poverty. You know,
Well said,
this is
brother.
where this is where they make their ends. Like it's somebody out here, they selling cars, they selling rice, they selling everything.
They getting rich
You
off
know what I
pain.
mean? And people are gonna buy it. Like, look, it seems like the poorer the country, the most money that is spent in that country. You know, so we definitely gonna need those kids because see, we not into politics. We not politicians. We don't get into politics. But maybe it's gonna take the kids, man, to get into politics and you do good by them, they're gonna do good by the country. That's just how it go. A lot of greedy folks that have the power right now, you know, yeah, they struggled, but you know, they never got no free help. They never got a handout. They never got a handout. So when they get it, they like, so we have to set a trend. We have to show we showing these kids like, look, this is what you do, and if you get something, this is what you do. And we will try to tell them like, look, we don't have much. We look, we begging for y'all, we praying, we singing, you know. But this movement right here, because the kids are innocent, God is always gonna protect them. This movement, like, see, if anybody was trying to start a school like this in Haiti, it'd probably take you like a year or two to get all your sponsors, get everything ready, because you're gonna need it. Oh man, that's the baby. But it's important to keep it going forward because we need new leaders. You know, we teaching new leaders. When they tell you, when they say Haiti's future do consist of country. So, hey, maybe we need new leaders and we gonna start from the ground up because the children, their mind is pure, man. They not corrupted, you know. And if you show them love at an early age, they gonna know what love is. And guess what, man? They gonna spread the love because they gonna spread the love to the younger kids. They gonna find a way, like a kid that graduate from this school and do whatever, or he choose to be a politician. If he not, he get to the point where he can fend for himself, or he build himself an entourage. He can help other kids because they're from the place where the kids were abandoned. So they always gonna try to give back because they remember like, okay, well, I know people care and they know it's up to them, you know? So it's up to us for them not to suffer, you guys. I appreciate you so much. Brother, I'm gonna need you because I hear the baby crying. She wake back up out of her sleep. I'm about to give her some tea. I'm about to eat. But I told my brother tonight we're not gonna do this live too long. You know what I'm saying? Cause we definitely on an hour.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna run.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up. But I'm gonna just make sure baby, while we listen to that.
I had to let somebody talk because I got the ability to let somebody off all the time. I'm very mindful of that. So I know he had some points that he had to make. I know y'all heard me in the background, but every time I hear something that he touched the base on, I said, you know, but so I was actually eating a little something right on this late night. But thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Excuse me, this dude just called me, you know. Don't forget, y'all, together we can, together we will. Have a blessed night, everyone. God bless.